Hi, my name is Drew, and if we haven't met before, welcome to ReadyBudgetGo. If this isn't your first time visiting my channel, welcome back. I'm glad you're here either way. It's Monday, and on Monday I play 12 different savings games so that at the end of the month I have a little pile of money to put into each of my 12 stockpiles or sinking funds. I'm doing things a little differently this month where I'm playing the same games all month long, and then next month they'll change to 12 different games. I've got $100 here waiting to go into the envelopes, so let's get to playing and get to saving. First up this month are the two new trivia games that I've got for the month. So we'll take out the 80s first. And these have been kind of a disappointment because of how they are structured, just how they're printed. Just trying to get the card here. There we go. So I need to slide this under somehow. Oh goodness, I'm really trying not to expose the card so that I don't see all the answers. There we go. Okay. So flip, and we'll start at the top. And the first question is usually movies, and I save $3 every time I give a wrong answer, or if I don't know. So it says, what movie saw Private Eye Eddie Valiant? Oh, I already know the answer to this. It's Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Investigate crimes in a place called Toontown. Yep, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Okay. Next question, which is music, I think. What British band had a hit with Another One Bites the Dust? Well, that's going to be Queen. I'm just assuming that's Bites the Dust after another one. Yes, and it's Queen. And this is what I mean. Sometimes the answers are on the same line. So, okay, next question I think is television. Yep. It says John Davidson hosted what game show between 1986 and 1990 or 1980, whatever? That would be Hollywood Squares, I think. The Hollywood Squares. Okay. I'm going to say that's the right answer. Next. Sports. Who scored the famous Hand of God goal during a 1986 FIFA World Cup? Oh, goodness. Well, the only soccer player I can think of from that time frame would be Pele. World Cup quarterfinal match. Diego Maradona. Okay, so that's a wrong answer, so that's $3. I didn't even read the rest of the question because it kind of didn't matter. Last question. What was the must-have doll for kids in the early 80s? That would be a Cabbage Patch doll. Cabbage Patch Kids, yeah. Okay, so only one wrong answer. So instead of saving 3, I'm going to make an executive decision and save 5 for a wrong answer. I usually do that for the 90s because on the 80s, I usually get more than one wrong. But this time I did all right. But I want to have at least $5 going into every envelope, so that's what I'm going to do for this one. So far in the 80s trivia, we have $26 now. Okay, up next is going to be the 90s, so same principle applies. Take one out. Make sure I can't see the answers. I had it right the first time. There we go. And flip. Okay. Says, what actress was cast alongside Arnold Schwarzenegger in Total Recall? That was Sharon Stone. Yep. Okay, that was movies. Next up, music. Who recorded Gonna Make You Sweat? Everybody Dance Now. That was CNC Music Factory. Yep. Next question. Who played Lois in Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman? That was Terry Hatcher. Yep. Next question. Sports, oh dear. What effect did Fox add to hockey games that it televised in 1994. I don't know. Instant replay? They highlighted the puck on screen. Okay. Oops, sorry. I knocked the little cash box here. So $5 for that. Last question. What wizard first hit the bookshelves in 1998? That would be Harry Potter. Yeah. Okay, so just one wrong question there. So $5 for the 90s. I think the sports questions where I'm going to make most of the mistakes here. So this envelope has 20, or it had 25. Now it's got 30. So I'm going to swap 2 5s for a 10. And we'll put this one, or we'll put the prop money back in here. For those of you who are new or who haven't watched one of my Monday videos before, I use prop money because I keep all the cash in the bank, or as much cash as I can in the bank, so that it earns interest for me. Okay. Next up is number 3, which is the name game. So I'm still going to need this. We'll set the binder aside. I'll get out the name game here. Oh, come on. These are packed in pretty tight, so. Okay. In the name game, up to 5 clues toward the identity of a famous person. I save $1 per clue. If I don't guess correctly after 5 clues, I save a $10 penalty. And this one we go from the bottom up. So the first clue is author. Okay. No guess there. Tom Hanks. Author Tom Hanks. I don't know. Angels and Demons. Oh, this is Dan Brown, I think. History, The Da Vinci Code. Yep, Dan Brown. I suppose I could have guessed that after Tom Hanks, but I was thinking along different lines. Okay, so only $3 so far, so let me try another one. There we go. And flip. First clue, E Street Band. Well, that's got to be Springsteen, right? I mean, who else? Born in the USA, yeah, it's Bruce Springsteen. Guitar, the boss, singer, yeah. Okay, well, we'll go one more time, at least. Maybe twice, since the first 2 envelopes were kind of meh. All right. First clue. New Orleans. Well, that could be a lot of people, no guess. Wonderful World. Oh, it's that jazz singer, jazz musician. Louis Armstrong, I think. Louis Armstrong, right? Satchmo, yeah. Trumpet, jazz, Louis Armstrong. Yeah. Okay. That'll make a total of 6, and I think that's where I'll stop. Because I got that after 2 clues. So we'll save more money for other envelopes. We may come back to it later, who knows. But we'll put 6 in for now. We'll set that to the side here. And I started out the week, as I always do, with 3 10s, 9 5s, 7 2s, and 11 1s. So we'll put back 2 5s for a 10. So we're at 33 so far in this envelope. Up next is going to be Fruit Machine. Oh, I always do that. I need the... There we go. So in Fruit Machine, we're using the default rules. I need to get out my fruit dice. There they are. Need to get out the dice tray. So let me open that. This takes some doing. It's a snug fit. Oops. And I just flung the dice all over the place. Has not happened to me before. Okay, so we'll set that in there. We'll get these set back up here. Captain America really went flying. Okay, so there's the fruit dice. And then I need a dry erase marker. There we go. Sorry, one moment here. Some technical difficulties. My chests of drawers have separated, so I'll fix that later. Okay, getting on to the game. Rolling the 3 fruit dice. The goal is to make 3 of a kind, and then we save accordingly. So we've got 2 watermelons and a plum, so I'm going to go for the watermelons. We got 3 more rolls. There's 1, 2, and 3. Didn't get it, so that's $1. Let's go again. Lemon, diamond, orange. I'm going to go for the diamonds. Why not? Nothing there. Cherry. Last roll. 2 diamonds and a lemon, so want want. Oops. I threw that die on the floor. One moment while I retrieve it here. Okay. Maybe that was lucky. Well, not judging by that roll. Let's try for oranges, since we've already done watermelons and diamonds. 2 lemons, okay. I can be bought. Orange, last roll, and watermelon. So nothing there. Gonna keep going. Let's try the cherries. Another cherry. 2 more rolls to get that 3rd cherry. Lemon, foul, and orange. Okay, but we got 2 cherries, so that's $3. Okay, oranges. 1, 2, last roll. Nope. So we're up to 7, but I'm going to go one more time. Just try to get either lemons or plums. Or cherries. That's going to make it really expensive. Well, let's give it a shot. 1, 2, last roll. Didn't get it. Okay. So we have $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 total going into Fruit Machine for the week. Did not get a 3 of a kind, which is unusual for me, but that's okay. That's the way it goes sometimes. So I'm just going to erase this. Beauty of dry erase. It comes right off of these glossy coated cards. You can get Fruit Machine on my Etsy shop. I will have a link down in the description. Should take you right to the listing. Or in the shopping page, I should say. Okay, so Fruit Machine previously had 28. Now it has 38. So Fruit Machine's doing real well for the month so far. I maybe shouldn't have been as eager as I was to keep playing that. Okay, let's move on to Quicks. Oops, but I need the scorecard. There's the scorecard. And we'll bring the dice tray back. Let's move this over here. Get out a pen to use. We'll move the fruit dice to the side, and we're doing the yellow line this time. So I'm going to take out the 2 white dice and the yellow die, or just everything, that works too. Quicks is a lot like Shut the Box, but it's got a twist. So I've explained it previously. If you want to see the full rules or hear the full rules, go back about a month ago or so and watch one of those videos, and I'll have explained everything there. Okay, first roll, we've got 10, 6, and 8. So I'm going to take the 10. We're leaving the 6 and the 8. So 6 and 8. Next roll, we have 6 and we have 5, so I'll take the 5. Still leaving that 6. 11, 7, and 8, so I'm going to take the 11. 9, 5, and 6, so I'll take the 9. 5's already gone, going to leave the 6. 2 and 7, so we'll take 2. 11, 9, and 8. So have to take the 8. 9 and 11 are already gone. That's why I leave the 8 early on. 7, 5, and 10. So 10 is gone, 5 is gone, so we have to take the 7. Again, that's why I leave those mid numbers, because they're easy to roll and they come up a lot. Okay, we've got 9, 6, and 5, so we can take the 6. I need either 2 6s or some really small numbers. I didn't get them. So we have 5, we have 10, and we have 7, all of which are gone, so it's game over. So we have 12 plus 4 is 16, plus 3 is 19. I add the 1 and the 2 together and save $10. We'll get out Magna Carta. Super satisfying magnetic cap. Oh, love that pen. So $10 is going to go into Quicks for the week. So we'll take that out, set this to the side, get the binder back out. And let's see what's in here so far. So it looks like there was 19 in here. So now we're going to have 29 in Quicks for the month. Tucano's up next. So that is a card game. This is commercially available. I bought this at a specialty game store in Portland, Oregon in 2025. I'm going to give these a shuffle. Maybe it was 2024 when I bought them. I don't know. It's been a while. Give them another shuffle, hopefully a proper one this time. And a cut. And let's deal 6 cards. Again, I've explained this game in the past, so if you want to see the full rules of how I play it or how I use it as a savings game, go back and check out one of those old videos. Oh, that was a really good one. Oh, the rainbow. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. So there's nothing for the 6th position here, so that's a 0. That's a -4. This one is a -1, and that's a 5. So these kind of cancel each other out, which means that the only one left to cancel is this one. So that's a big old zip. So that didn't prove anything. Let me mix these up a little bit. We'll wash the cards just slightly. This is something they do in casinos when they change the decks. It is a very efficient way to mix cards. Even more so than just your regular shuffling. The only thing about it is that it creates a big old mess. Do it this way. There we go. It's better. Okay. So we'll shuffle a couple times, and then we'll give them another cut, and we'll deal out a whole new set of circumstances. Huh. Okay. So let's see. So this is going to score 1. This one's going to score 0. This is 9. My goodness. This is -1. This is 3. And this is -1. So the bottom row effectively is 1. And the top row is 10. So a total of 11. So we've got 1 for the first position, 9 for the third position. These two are in even positions, so they're -1 apiece. And then this one is in odd position, so that's 3. So 3 minus 1 is 1. And then 1 plus 9 is 10, so a total of 11. Okay. So let's put this away. Well, I will give them 1 shuffle for luck for next week, as I always do. And I'll put $11 into Tucano. That was a terrible shuffle, but you know what? We're going with it. Tucano is envelope number 5 this month. Nope, it isn't. It's envelope number 6. I lied. So this one is going to have a whopping $41 in it. So this is the biggest or the richest envelope so far. Okay. Moving on to envelope number 7, which is Boston. Boston is one of the Dicetropolis games. You roll 3d6 dice, and you save or you score the highest number of each roll and then remove that die. So we're putting together a dream team here. We're going Batman, Green Lantern, and Superman, because they're right next to each other. Okay. So first roll, we've got a 6, 3, and 1. So we're going to score the 6. We'll set that die aside. 2 3s. And the last roll, a 1. So that is 10. I'm going to swap these. There we go. It's better. Make sure there's glare or not. Okay, we've got a 6. Another 6. And a 3. So that's 15. Let's go again. Okay, 6. One thing about these bling dice is they roll a lot of 6s, I've noticed. Yep. Last roll. And a 3. So another 15. Let's keep going. 6. I may just fill up the whole page. 5. And a 2. So that's 13. So we're at 30, 40, 53. 5 plus 3 is 8. I think that's a good stopping place. So 30, 40, 53. And then I add those 5 and 3 to get 8. And 8 is what I'll save in the envelope for the week. So just like with Fruit Machine, wipes right off, dry erase marker. We'll get out $8. Or maybe put 2 back and take 2 5s. Let's do that instead. So far this month, 25.35 in Boston. Next up is Trips, another Dicetropolis game. All of the games in Dicetropolis, the original version, are based on D6. So we need to roll 3d6 dice, and this time I am going to not use blinged dice because that can affect the outcome. So let's just use regular d6s. Which ones can I use? I think I will use these 3 quicks dice. So the way that this game works is we're first rolling for 1s, and we write down however many we get each roll, unless we get 3 of a kind, and then special rules apply. So we've got 1, 1. No one's there. Only looking for 1s or 3 of a kind. And we got 3 of a kind. Okay, so this rarely happens. So let's look at the rules here. If all 3 dice roll the same number but not the number for that round, it is a mini trips and scores 3 points for that roll. So that's what we're doing there. Oops. Nothing there. Last roll for 1s. And nothing there. So 1 scored 4. Now we're looking for 2s, and the way these are rolling, we should get a ton of them. Nope, but we got 2 1s. Doesn't count when we're looking for 2s, though. There's 2. Another 2. Nope. Last for 2s. And 1. So that was 3. Now we're looking for 3s. 1 there. 1 there. Ooh, almost a mini trips. Or a full-on trips. Wow, 3s really want to play. Huh. Not 1 scratch. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 for 3s. That's I think the highest I've ever scored in trips. Now let's go for 4s. There's 1. It's like the dice are listening. Well, not that time. There's 4. Another 4. Last roll for 4s. And another 4. So 4 4s. Let's look for 5s. Ooh, 2 of them. 2 of them again. Wow. I haven't done this well on trips ever, I don't think. None there. Oh, re-roll that one. 6. Nope. Last roll for 5s. And we got 1. So 5 5s. Roll for 6s. Nope. This is when the bling dice really shine because they roll 6s a lot. These dice, not so much. There we go. Last roll. And nothing there. So that's 2. So let's total this up and see what we got. So we have 4, 7, 14, 18, 25. So total of 25. We're going to add those together and get 7. And $7 is what's going to go in the trips envelope for the week. This one takes a long while to play. You can play it, high budget too if you want. But I am playing it low budget so that I can get full enjoyment out of it without breaking the bank. So let's put the $7 in the trips envelope. And it looks like we're going to be up to 29. So there's that. And the card. Okay, Countdown is next. This is a Dicetropolis 2 game, Dice Harder. And in Dicetropolis 2, we use D4s. So let me get 2 D4s out. I had them out. There they are. And we are using the numbers on the dice to make a 2-digit number and subtract that from 100 until we can subtract no more. So 41, or 14. And I don't normally do this, but I'm going to subtract 14. So that leaves us with 86. I usually go for the bigger number, go as big as I can until I get down there, but not this time. Oh, 14 or 41 again. Okay, let's do 14 again. Why not? So 72. And we got 34 or 43, so let's do 34. So that leaves us with 38. I'm taking the small number all the way down this time. 31 or 13. I'm going to do 31, and that will leave us with 7. And 7 is where I'm going to stop. We can't subtract anymore because you have to make at least a two-digit number, so 7 is a good place, and that is what I'll save. So we'll just clean that off. We'll go 5, 7. Envelope number 9. There we go. So this one had 25, so now it has 32. Okay, up next is Quad. And this one we just need 1 D4. And we're rolling and marking off numbers until we get 4 in a row. And then saving $1 for every number that's marked off. So we're going to start with a 2. I tend to go top to bottom, left to right, but you can do it any way you want. 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, another 2. Okay, so there's all the 2s done. 1, and a 4. Okay, so there we go. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so 9 is what I am going to save in the envelope for the week. Took 9 rolls to get that. 5, 7, 9. We've got quite a bit left. And only 2 games to go. I think it's because those trivia games didn't take that much this week. So last week we had 20 in here, and now there's 29. Let's move on to Dice Aquarium, and we'll do Crab Craps. I'm going to use the aqua colored dice for this one. I keep wanting to put this on the wrong side. We need 2 dice. We are looking for rolls that are a craps, which is 2, 3, 7, 11, or 12. If we roll that on the first roll, then we save $5. Otherwise, we start tallying our rolls until we crap out, and then we save according to what number we crap out on. So we're starting off with an 11, so right away that's an immediate crap, so that's 5. We have 9. 3, so we crapped out there. So crap out on a 3, so we're going to save $2 per safe roll, so we do need to multiply, and that's going to be 2. Let's keep going, or go again. 9. 3, same as last time, okay. So we're up to 9, let's go one more time. 7 right there, we crap out, so that's 5, 10, 14, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 14. Yeah, let's do it. Let's put 14 into the Crab Craps envelope. Okay. Set that aside. So 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and 14. So far, in Crab Craps, we have 25, 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 40 to 43. So this one is getting, well, it's in the lead anyway. I don't know how much is in Shark Attack, but we'll find out soon enough. So Shark Attack is our last game. It's another one in the Dice Aquarium series. So we'll get this back. We need all 3 dice for this one. We're rolling 3d6 dice, and we're recording all the dice values. We're adding only the even numbers, and then if there's any odd numbers, we take those away as shark bites, 1 for every odd number, no matter what the value is. So we have 5, 3, and 5. 5, 5, 3. So they're all odd, which means we save 5. Let's see how much is in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we don't want to go over 8, or at least not too much over 8. If it's a few dollars over 8, I will just grab those out of the side. Okay, 6, 4, and 1, so that's 10. We have 1 shark bite, so that's 9. 5 plus 9 is 14. Uh-oh. So we better keep going so we can do it low budget. 4, 2, and 1. So we have 6, 1 shark bite. So that means 5. So that puts us at 19. And if we add the 1 and the 9, that's 10. And that would be $2 more than what I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's where I'm going to stop. And I'm going to say we are going to put, 1 second, I just need to grab a 2 here. There we go. We're going to put $10 into the Shark Attack envelope. Let me get this cleaned up here. Cap the marker so I don't mark up my nice mat here. So adding in $10, we had 25. Oh, perfect. So that'll be 35. So I need to remember, and you know what? I'm not even going to put all this in there. I'm just going to grab a 10. Like that. I need to remember to mark that I put 102 into the stockpiles this week. So I don't normally take out my budget binder on the Monday video, but I'm going to do it this time just to make sure that I don't forget. Because when I use prop money, and I think, the same is true of anybody, you want to be accurate. You don't want to just use prop money for the sake of doing an exercise. It needs to match. I feel strongly about that. And you'll see that on my Tuesday and Wednesday videos when I'm tracking every single dollar that I'm putting into the envelopes, even though it's prop money, just to keep myself honest. Okay, so 102 this week. So perfect. So that will be in the Friday weekly reel on Friday. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I do appreciate all the time that you spend here. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and until I see you in the next one, take care.